I have news. News. My story, Liminal Rose Tint, has been accepted for publication in Little Red Bird Publishing's Dark Speculations Volume 3. I'm looking at my phone, but I actually didn't read any of that.
Oh.
Interesting, because it says on this thing that they publish stories about liminal spaces, and that was the basis of my story. I originally wrote for Cosmic Horror Monthly, but it went too long, about double the length that they required, or maximum, their maximum. So anyway, that's something that's coming out in October. They did say after I signed the contract I was allowed to announce that. So
good.
That's pretty cool. I have something coming out. So I got 2 projects coming out this year. One in a month or two, the Friends in Hell.
Well, yeah. Pre-orders, I think, are on April 1st, and then it comes out May 1st, I think, if I remember.
So my story, For the Views, is in that one, and your story, Guys Fucking Butts. What was
Whoa.
That was a little harsh. What was the title of your story? You don't know the title
Something
of your
Departed.
Dearly Discarded.
Dearly Discarded, yeah.
Yeah, much better title.
Yeah.
Coming off that hot episode we did of bad titles, which comes out last week now. Yeah, we're both in that one. That's exciting. So I have 2 guaranteed books I'm in now.
Mm-hmm.
I am also in the Pennsylvania Bards Southwest Review, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm in it every year.
Yeah.
They gave me a special invite because they really wanted me to buy the book. Submit my poem. And once again, just like every other year, I got the proof copy to see if I approve of the how it looks. And once again, with every poem in there, they disregarded the formatting.
Yeah.
So it's just all left blocked. And I don't care because I don't even remember I don't even know if that poem was published anywhere before. It's poetry. The one thing that stands out about most poetry is the formatting.
Yeah.
Why do you not, I sent them formatted. I even said in my submission, please, acknowledge the formatting and don't change it. So when I post it, I will make sure I just share the original formatted version alongside the pictures of the actual book. I just do that to get books on my shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care about the Pennsylvania Bards anymore. I did a reading for them once. That was more than enough. They upped their cover charge for $10 now.
Well, especially like you said, when they fucking blatantly just disregard how you want the story to presented. It's kind of like, well, fuck you. A poem,
The poem.
Yeah.
Yes, poem. They just disregard. Exactly. They disregard how it should be presented. And it's just stupid. It's dumb. I don't know why they do that. Am I in something else? I'm still waiting for the page gallery. They did tell me that the thing I got accepted into is going to come out, and I will get money for my poem. And that, I've also submitted to some new things. So I submitted some poems to the newest issue of Chill Magazine. I submitted my story to Starlight. I'm still in progress with them. And I think I submitted to a few other things as well, but nothing promising. I think, and I also haven't been writing anything.
No,
I started a project for something, and I've been, I don't know what it is, but life has been terrible. Like, not on a personal basis, just on a global scale, I think.
Yeah.
And then also, my job has just been, mashing me into the ground, and I just haven't felt like being creative. I've been doing a lot of reading, though. So
I have noticed that, my uptick in reading has went up a little bit, but...
Speaking of reading, we just read Project Hail Mary and then saw the movie over the weekend.
Yeah.
Both are great.
Couple weeks ago by this point.
Yeah, whatever. Both are great.
Oh, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the book, and I thought the changes in the movie were fine.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a 50-hour movie, So I enjoyed all of that. I thought it was very good. Nothing I didn't like, really.
No.
You don't have to read the book, but I recommend reading the book and then seeing the movie. That seems to be the way to go. Because the book has a lot more fun stuff.
And don't get discouraged by the size of the thing.
Easy read.
It's very easy read.
Even the science talk is easy to understand. It's one thing Andy Weir seems to have a skill doing is making it so all the dry science is not just fun, but understandable.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And I also worked my way through a bunch of those H.P. Lovecraft mangas.
Yeah.
So I read the Color Out of Space.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I read The Hound and Other Stories. Very good. And I am currently reading, which is my favorite Lovecraft story, The Shadow over Innsmouth. This one's almost 500 pages, so it's take me a little bit longer. So far, really good. Because it's nice being able to see images to the weird H.P. Lovecraft shit.
Yeah.
And the way, I believe his name is Gao Tanabe, the way he does the art in these he somehow is able to still have that mystery that Lovecraft has, because, everything's indescribable.
Yeah.
Like the color out of space. How do you have a color that you can't describe? Well, he does it in the book because it's black and white.
Right.
But also, like with the, like the people in certain cities and stuff, it's like, oh, they're indescribable horrors. He does somehow correlates that with the art. So it's like you see it, but you're still not sure what you're seeing. So it does a very good job of those. What else did I read recently, Spencer?
That gaming thing.
I read Vermis 3. I don't remember if I talked about that on here. That is a game guide for a video game that doesn't actually exist. The other two were really good. This third one was excellent as well. I felt like this third one had a bit more story, which I liked. I also read The Stonemason by Cormac McCarthy. That was incredible. I almost read The Gardener's Son, I believe it's called. It's a screenplay.
Okay.
And they made it into a movie that Cormac McCarthy did. But I think I'm going to hold off on that because screenplays and plays and stuff, it's like, you can't read too many of those.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to read Cat's Cradle, I think, next. Because that's a short one. That's a Vonnegut I just picked up and just put it on the top of my pile.
Right. Oh, everything else in your to-read pile is like, what the fuck, man?
Right. Well, I want to read Gravity's Rainbow here soon, but I've been putting it off because I need to get in the right headspace for that kind of work, and I just haven't been quite there. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep reading a bunch of easy things, and then I blow through them.
Yeah, and then you want else is like, well, this is going to take me a while, so I kind of want to get my numbers built up a little bit before I take this thing on. Yeah,
because that might take like 2 to 3 months. Also, I read the Starlight Pulp's last issue. I think it was issue 7. I finally got around to reading that, and most of the stories are really good.
Oh, and the book club book, Gromit.
Oh, yeah, I read the book club book, Gromit, and that was fun. It was like a skateboard punk book in the 80s. That was fun. It was a good read. And I think that's it, Spencer.
Yeah.
Even though we said in the last episode, your story, Babyface, has been published in Dark Vigil Exterminate, and you just got your copies. So check the old Instagram, at DPW Podcast. I'll put it on there, and we'll have it on yours, which is Spencer Church 69.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good name. Good name. That's
Yeah.
what you like to do, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's when you were born.
Yeah.
1969. So that's about it. Do we have anything else to cover?
I read Animal Farm.
You finally got around to reading Animal Farm?
Yeah.
And
it's so frustrating.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. How much does that piss you to fuck off? And then I couldn't tell which ones were the pig and which ones were the humans.
4 are good, but 2 are better.
Yeah. Oh, man. It should not relate that much to modern life.
I will work harder.
Since it was written about communism. Yeah. It shouldn't apply to modern capitalism, but it does. Because we're just... I can't go into it. I'm not going to go into it. Not going to go into it. But goddamn, for such a short book, that's one of the few times in my life I read a book that was that short that had that much impact.
Yeah, it was very like there's no fat on that bone.
I would even go as far to say that is just story-wise and the way it's written and the subject matter might be one of the greatest modern books of all time.
And it's weird because it's almost written as in almost like a not a fairy tale, but like, like a children's book.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's very unassuming because that's when I remember we did that when I was in elementary school or something. 'Cause it's like, oh, it's got animals. It's like alongside Charlotte's Web. And I was like, oh, okay. But you didn't realize how hard-hitting it is. And back then we did some kind of picture version or some shit. It's like not a comic, but like you said, a children's book.
Like a pamphlet.
Yeah, something stupid. But that's one of those. That's got to be one of the top 5 books ever if you go into it as what is the purpose of writing, to have a message and the meaning and what you're trying to get across, like with a book and what you're trying to do. I don't know if any book has accomplished that as well as Animal Farm. Because it's spot on. You can't. Yeah. That's one of those ones you can't misinterpret it.
No.
Like how people you
can't be like, oh well, maybe he was thinking this and no.
Like the right wing assholes like to adopt Lord of the Rings or any of these fucking properties and try to skew it into making it oh no, this is for us. We're the good guys.
The Empire's good.
Yeah, they do that. You can't do that with Animal Farm. The pigs.
No.
You could be the pigs, but you don't want to be the pigs. You shouldn't want to be the pigs. What they did to the fucking horse, god damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the donkey's the only one has a memory because his memory's longer, and he's like, no, the only time he freaks out in the whole book after seeing all this shit go down is when they're taking the horse away.
Yeah.
So you don't tear up at that. You're just not human. So anyway, we're gonna have an episode for you, not about Animal Farm. We should.
Yeah.
But we'll check you out in a minute. I got calmed down.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Drunken Ben Writing Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb James. With me, as always, Spencer, the Broadway Brute Church.
No, okay.
Goes with your guy in the baby face. He was the Broad Street Brute.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, I like it.
Broadway, you're out there. Are you... He's doing the West Side Story, folks. Are you snapping and beating up Broadway folk? Are you on Team Broadway where you're out there, snapping your fingers and singing and dancing on poor folk in the street, or are you beating up the Broadway people? Because that might have a different implication.
No, I'm part of the Broadway people, but I'm beating up the people that would beat up the Broadway people.
Good. You're on the right side.
Yeah,
then, I guess. You know, I brought up the brute and the beating and all that stuff.
Why?
Because we're talking about, based on critical reception, reader discussions and surveys of disturbing literature. I'm talking about the most violent books, Spencer.
Oh, okay.
I looked at the most violent books. There was some suggestions on Reddit for the most eloquently written violent books, which I have some ideas on. But would
be Blood Meridian, right?
Huh?
Blood Meridian?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the main one. But we're going to go into this list of violent books and see what we think.
Okay.
Not necessarily the eloquently written ones, but I'm sure due to critical acclaim, most of them.
I wonder if they know any of them.
I think you will.
Okay.
Actually, I know you will.
Okay.
Because number one on this book list is Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy.
Nice.
And this is just Google search. AI
Yeah.
bullshit. It's not a list. This is they stole us from a bunch of lists, put it into their own list. Frequently cited as the pinnacle of literary violence. We did a whole episode on this about how we thought it was boring. The violence was so over the top it became boring.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Need to reread that soon. I might reread that this summer. I don't know. It presents a brutal, poetic account of the Glanton gang scalp hunting in the mid-19th century. It is noted for its unrelenting graphic and existential brutality. Starlight Pulp just released, where you could pre-order it. They have a book that's about the real, like the essays and stuff, about the real people that Blood Meridian was based on, like the real Judge Holden and all that. So I'm interested. I might get that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
You probably just should.
I'm not a big nonfiction guy, though.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like I got to read Blood Meridian again. But then would I want to read that first and then Blood Meridian? Knowing that shit was all real? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Cormac McCarthy didn't really have that much of an imagination when it came to... He was like a Hemingway. He had to write about real stuff.
Yeah.
So all this stuff was like real life, but he just did it in, like he might have known a guy that was actually out there fucking watermelons.
Yeah.
Like,
he could have been the one fucking watermelons.
Ew. Bunging them, as he called it. I love it. I love the word bunging. Next up, American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. We're going to have to read this book at some point.
Yeah.
It keeps popping up on everything. Known for its extremely graphic and disturbing depictions of torture and murder, the book is considered far more depraved than its film adaptation. Jesus. Honestly, the only reason I haven't read it yet is because I don't like corporate America, especially like 80s and 90s corporate America. Like even if they're psychos and killing people and shit, that whole Wall Street shit and just like being a finance bro, it is so uninteresting to me that I just have no inclination to read.
Well, no, so it's easy like that because, like, say, like, just like that famous, scene where they're talking about their cards.
Yeah.
Like, in a movie or show or whatever, that you can, because you can see it, but could you imagine reading that scene?
I don't know if I would care,
Because then you have to try to imagine the off-white of the one other guy's card to the other guy's shell white. Like, it's just like, oh.
It sounds very David Foster Wallace to me.
I think Mike liked it.
I mean, again, I'm sure like at least that book is all right because of the violence and like the you get the look inside of a psycho, because that's more what it's about, is the look inside of a psychopath's head. But it's just like, okay, again, you always ask me like, when are you gonna read Infinite Jest? Yeah. I don't care about guys playing fucking tennis, corporate rich asshole. Like, I don't like that stuff. Stupid. Next up, Exquisite Corpses by Poppy Z. Bright. A deeply unsettling novel focused on serial killers, necrophilia, and sexual violence. It is often cited in the most disturbing list for its high levels of graphic gore. Maybe one year we should just read only this list. Just all the books on the list, and then we're just going to be deranged. Next up is Tender as the Flesh by Augustina Bazterrica.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
A dystopian novel set in a world where human meat is processed and consumed, noted for its matter-of-fact but intensely graphic descriptions of cannibalism. All right, I'm going to take a controversial stab at cannibalism.
Okay.
All right. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Why don't we just eat them? Then that's the world hunger solved. Can't we just eat the people after they die? If people want to eat me, I'm fine.
Well, is it like, but do we have to worry about, like, because, like, if you feed cow, can't they get all
We got to process them.
But even if you feed it, like, processed, like, I thought, like
mad cow does, I don't know. I don't know the rules. Just eat it. Just eat the meat.
That's the only thing that I would worry about, there being some kind of weird...
Well, do a fucking test in like Arkansas or somewhere where no one gives a shit. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They're already kind of dumb, right? The Okies. Kentucky is a very dumb place. Let's do it in Kentucky. You already got the blue people in the mountains who are so inbred that they're blue.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. I saw it on Oprah or something long years ago.
How do you become blue?
Because their fucking DNA is so tainted, they became blue people. Look it up. That's a real thing. They're blue. I don't know if they're still around, but at one point they were there and they were blue. They were Smurfs. It's like, how are you so inbred you're blue? How did you?
I never knew that was a thing that could happen.
It can, and it did.
Because I kind of, weird looking, challenging ways and stuff. I didn't think about it just becoming blue.
I'm going to look that up after we're done with this list so I don't get kicked off here. Next up, The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. I heard of this one. A horror novel based on a true story. This is the one we talked about before, actually, where I was like, I don't want to read it because I don't want to read somebody making money off a true violent story like that. But a horror novel based on a true story of child abuse and torture. It is considered deeply disturbing, largely due to its plausibility and focus on psychological and physical suffering. I don't want to, like, somebody making money and becoming a bestseller off a book that's, like, based off of real child's trauma or something. I don't want that. Like, that's not interesting to me. Cows by Matthew Stocko. Frequently listed as one of the most disgusting and depraved horror novels, focusing on extreme body horror and surreal visceral violence. Hog with 2 G's by Samuel Delaney. A brutal and controversial work that is often described as a relentlessly disgusting and depraved tale. I like how most of these don't actually tell you what the book's about.
No.
Next up, this is on my shelf right now.
Okay.
And I need to read it soon. And I have read it on air multiple times now.
All right.
Excerpts. The only reason I still don't do that is because it's not down here anymore. But if it was down here, I would continue to read. Because remember, I used to just open. You don't know, but maybe it'll.
Is it the Solomon one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember, I used to just open up a random page and just start reading, and it was always gross.
Yeah.
It was always something really gross. 120 Days of Sodom by Marquis de Sade, an 18th century work that remains notoriously vile, detailing extremely sexual torture and degradation. It's gross.
Yeah. See, we got more gross, not so much violence from that, but
again, there was some violence. I think we just didn't get to that part.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of all the sex stuff, eating poop and everything, I don't think any of it was consensual.
Well, okay.
That would be the violence. Other extremely violent works, Spencer. The Wasp Factory by Lane. I heard of that one. The Wasp Factory by Lane Banks. I always thought that was a cool title.
Yeah.
A visceral story of a disturbed child's act of cruelty and murder. Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk.
Oh.
Throw that in a garbage. I mean, it fits the bill, but more gross. This one's just gross.
Yeah.
An anthology featuring Guts, a short story so intensely graphic it caused audience members to pass out at live readings. I hate this. They didn't. That had to be staged.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about Guts because I read Guts because that's the reason why I got the fucking collection. It's like, oh my god, a story so gross that it made people pass out. A guy's playing in the pool and he sticks his asshole on a fucking. And he gets. It sucks his guts out. You could see like one of his Flintstone vitamins in his intestines.
I could see like making somebody throw up maybe. Like, like
Chuck Palahniuk's not that good of a writer.
Yeah.
To make it that gross, though. If Cormac McCarthy wrote that, it'd be poetic. I will say the part where you saw like the vitamin or whatever in the intestine lining was like, I was thinking, why isn't it dissolved yet? Next up, The Painted Bird by Jerry Kosinski, a classic novel featuring a series of horrific, violent episodes during World War II. Oh, I skipped one. The Slob by Aaron Beauregard. I love the name Beauregard.
Yeah, that's a good name.
An extreme horror novel noted for its high gore content and intense torture scenes. Crossed. This is a comic series by Garth Ennis.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked up shit goes on in there.
A widely notorious comic series focusing on a post-apocalyptic world with extreme, unfiltered brutality. Because you could see it, right?
Yeah.
So you can see it. It's a comic. But did they actually show a lot of the gore?
I do believe so, yeah. Cause I think it's up there with like the jungle fantasy of like, but like gory like that.
Explicit.
Yeah.
You have to have like a block over the cover when it's on the shelf. Full Brutal by Christopher Triana. He spelled Christopher with a K. That always throws me off. An extreme horror novel often recommended for its relentless and high-intensity gore. Contextual note, Spencer.
Okay.
Many readers note that the most disturbing books are often those where violence is paired with sexual assault or involves the torture of innocent characters. Tender as the Flesh is praised for using extreme violence to serve a thematic purpose, whereas some extreme horror or splatterpunk books are noted as being violent solely for shock value. And now we're going to look up the Blue People of Kentucky. Blue People.
It's awesome.
I didn't have to look at all the way up. It's blue people. And
well, your phone's listening to us.
Yeah. The blue people of Kentucky were the Fugate family, a clan in Troublesome Creek. Well, if you're from Troublesome Creek, Kentucky, you're going to be fucking blue.
Yeah.
If you were born in Troublesome Creek, you already know there's problems of brewing. They carried a rare genetic condition causing blue-tinted skin, starting with French immigrant Martin Fugate in 1820. The trait was perpetrated by inbreeding in an isolated Appalachian community, leading to recessive methemoglobinemia, a condition that was harmless to their health but caused significant social stigmatization. And there's a whole video on it, and they were on interviews and stuff. I'm going to show you a picture of the blue people. This guy is a blue motherfucker. Actually, I would even say purple. He's so blue.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real man.
That's crazy.
I mean, obviously, the white hair makes it's more significant, but like, here's a black and white picture of the lady, and you can't tell that she's blue because it's black and white, but when you see the lady next to her, you're like, well, she's definitely darker. It's because she's blue.
Yeah.
She's a blue lady. And then here's an old-timey painting from back in the day depicting this whole family, as being blue. Not all of them. Some are not blue. So imagine like your brother's blue, but you're not. That'd be odd, huh?
Is it weird if you'd want to be blue?
I mean, if you were, what are the benefits of being that blue?
That's fair.
Other than being an instant in for the blue man group and also being cool as fuck looking. Because, like, who's going to be racist against the blue guy? What kind of name are you calling
I
him?
guess it would suck because people knew, like, you're that way because, like, you're, like, an inbred, like.
He's so blue. That's a blue man.
I'm surprised the hair's not a different color.
Yeah, that is weird. That'd be cool if you could have blue hair. Maybe if your hair was blue, but the rest of you was not blue. So, yeah, the blue family.
If you're blue, don't you just try to get jacked as fuck?
I would.
Just be this weird looking
big fucking blueberry man.
Shave off all your hair so you're just smooth.
I am the bluest man in the world. Like, you see that guy in New York City or something, you're like, oh, he's painted.
Yeah.
No, he's blue. It don't come off. Can you, like, if you go in the sun, do you darken?
That guy definitely goes as Papa Smurf for Halloween, right?
Guy's...
What else are you gonna do?
That guy's dick must look so cool.
Oh.
His dick and balls are so blue. He got the blue balls forever. Doesn't matter how many nuts he bust into his sister. He is always going to be blue balled.
Oh, then because then it's gonna be all sweaty, so the blue will have like a shine to it.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Spencer, and I already know the answer, so I don't really have to ask it. So in West Virginia, in Odd, West Virginia, I'm not saying the West Virginia is odd. I'm saying the town of Odd. It's called Odd, West Virginia. I forget the name of the family, but it's considered the most inbred family in America.
Oh.
They live there, and like the one guy just barks. It's his way of speaking. Legit.
Oh, yeah.
You might have seen him. I forget the name. Like I said, I forget the name of the family.
Wasn't it like a Netflix series?
No, this guy did a documentary, the Soft White Underbelly or something, maybe of America or something along. It's like his channel. I think it's called the Soft White Underbelly, and he was going there and interviewing these people, and they're very fucking super, the most inbred people ever, eyes going every which way and shit. But would you rather be so inbred that you were one of them, or would you be the blue family?
I would probably
because they're like normal other than being blue. Apparently,
yeah, I'd rather be blue.
I'd be blue
because you could maybe like people might not know.
Well, here's the thing: in 1825 to 2005, if you're blue, yeah, there's a stigma. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But 2026. You're probably gonna be a celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fucking blue guy.
Yeah.
Like those werewolf people from Mexico that the hair, face is completely covered in hair. Most of history are like shunned. Now they're like celebrities. So you could be a freak now, quote unquote.
Right.
You know, the old freaks. But anyway, so you're telling me you'd rather be blue than have severe mental retardation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I could just be like, I fell in a vat or something, or.
Yeah, let me look that up so I get the name of that family because they're very cool looking.
Yeah, because I think I remember one time you were playing a clip of it, and I almost got like freaked out because it seemed like the beginning of like a horror movie.
The Whitaker family from Odd, West Virginia, and yeah. So here's just a random picture of them. They're very they seem nice though.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, they're oh man, their family tree is just a line.
Oh.
It just goes down. It doesn't branch off. I've never seen that. Yeah. It just, oh, that's terrible. Their family tree, like, it just goes down. Just mom and dad, aka brother and sister, and just goes down like that.
How do they not get like arrested for that?
Because they're in odd West Virginia where nobody lives.
Because like
they're mountain people.
But it's like it's child abuse. It's like sexual. Because they don't wait until like their daughter's like 18, like, and has a quote unquote choice.
Listen to me, brother. I don't even know what's going on in the mountains, but I don't want to know, brother. Well, I just felt like that was the only way I could discuss that matter anymore, is throw it in the brother, because some brother and sister fornication. I'd rather be blue.
Yeah, I'd definitely rather be blue.
But like, you're in the middle of the night and all of a sudden you see your dad's fucking blue dick like a beacon in the night.
Well, you're not gonna see it.
The moon glinting off the blue dick.
It's gonna be hidden in the shadows. You won't know.
I'm sorry, but if you're blue, you got a hog on you. I don't know why, but you do, and it's bent. You're gonna have a big crooked blue dick. There's no way about it. No other way about it. That's just what life is for you if you're blue. And I know we just talked about the dick and balls a lot, but what does a blue vagina look like? Don't look that up, but it's probably gross. But
Yeah.
you imagine if you were like a hot chick that was blue,
Yeah.
you would make it so far on OnlyFans and stuff,
Yeah.
or in the porno world, because everyone's like, "Yep, I want that blue lady." Because even when you watch those weird alien parody pornos, which I don't know anything about, you watch those and they could be green or blue painted, but they can't paint all of it.
Right, yeah.
You can see the flesh, especially when they start to thrusting.
Yeah.
The sweat gets to melting stuff around genitals.
From what I've heard.
From what I understand, you like when you watch them, when some people watch those weird like tentacle videos, the humans never stay the color that they were painted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So I've heard. In summation, I don't remember what our episode was about.
Violent books.
Violent books. Don't be violent against blue people.
No.
And if you see a blue guy,
just know like he's already been through it.
You just stay away, maybe. But then that's the stigma. It's like you can't stay away. You talk to him. Like, hey, what's your life story? Why are you so blue? If you folks want to follow us, you can do so at DPW Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Your OnlyFans is
their favorite music has to be jazz, right? The blue people?
Not the blues?
Blues, jazz.
They're Kentucky, so I would imagine Kentucky bluegrass. Bluegrass, Spencer. It's right there in the fucking name. Come on. You're a writer. Fuck it. OnlyFans. Spencer's OnlyFans this week. He is the Brentwood Boner Bandit?
No.
The Burgettstown Booger?
No. I don't remember what it was this time.
The Broadway Brute.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You were the Broadway Bloop, but now he's renamed the Blue...
The Broadway Blue?
The Blue Boner of Bangladesh. I don't know if there's any blue people in Bangladesh, but if there are, you're bringing it.
I guess.
CalebJamesK.com. You could check out my publication history. And that's an episode, man.
Yeah.
That was some discussion. I think that episode went well.
Yes.
I think that went right where our book club went yesterday. Tops. That was tops. If you want more contact like that, reach out and let us know. We'll talk about blue dicks all day, every day.
Do a whole series.
Reoccurring segment. The bluest dick in America.
Different color dicks in literature.
Dayton, Ohio. The bluest dick of the week. And like, blue for other reasons besides inbreeding.
We could do a whole episode on Watchmen.
Dr. Manhattan might be severely inbred. We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happens. So, if you're from Kentucky and you turn blue from inbreeding, your DNA has been mutated to the point of Dr. Manhattan levels. What the fuck?
Like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be an result, like the example of a whole bunch of inbreeding? Or would you rather get stuck in a nuclear bomb and then...
I think I'll take the nuclear bomb. At least I get cool powers. Still walk around with your blue dork hanging out.